So you want to die poor, not just a little poor. We're talking $0, no assets, pennies to your name, eating government cheese in a semi-private room with a stranger named Gerald who snores. That kind of poor. And you want to do it fast. Maybe you've dreamed about this since childhood. Maybe you looked at your 401k balance and thought I could do worse. Or maybe you're just built different and the traditional retirement path, the Roth IRA, the index funds, the slow accumulation of dignity just isn't for you. Whatever your reasons, I respect the vision. And today I'm going to help you get there. This video is a complete step-by-step guide to dying as broke as humanly possible in America. We're going to cover the savings speed run, the social security trap, the nursing home math that will make you physically ill, and a little thing called the Medicaid $2,000 rule that is genuinely one of the most unhinged laws in the country. We'll talk about gray divorce, end-of-life medical billing, dementia, predators, and the 5 assumptions the entire American retirement system makes about your life. Assumptions that, if any single one of them is wrong, leave you completely cooked. Now, most financial videos will tell you what to do to avoid this outcome. That's not what this is. This is a celebration, a tutorial, a love letter to financial ruin. Let's start with the basics. Chapter 1, the savings speed run. The first thing you need to do to die poor is nothing. Genuinely just nothing. Because 54% of American households already have zero dedicated retirement savings. Zero. The Federal Reserve asked people and more than half said nope. So if you're already doing nothing, congratulations. You are ranked in the top half of the speedrun leaderboard without even trying. But let's say you're an overachiever. You have some savings. That's fine. We can work with that. The key here is to compare yourself to the average 401k balance, not the median. The average reported balance at retirement age is around $299,000 to $577,000. That sounds okay, right? That sounds almost fine. Luckily for your speedrun, those numbers are completely fictional for most people because a handful of ultra-rich people drag the average up like a balloon. The median, the number that actually represents a real person, is closer to $95,000. And here's the beautiful part. $250,000 in savings, which is more than most people have, produces about $800 to $1,000 per month in retirement income, $250,000, a number most people will never reach, and it pays out less than a part-time job at Target. The gap between what the median American has saved and what they actually need to retire comfortably is approximately $1 million. $1 million. The plan most people are running on is, and I want to be precise here, hope. Pro tip, keep comparing yourself to the average. Stay falsely reassured. Save nothing. This is an excellent start. Chapter 2, the Social Security bait. Now, some of you are thinking, okay, but I have Social Security. And yes, you do. The average monthly Social Security retirement benefit is about $1,960 per month as of late 2025. That's $23,520 a year. Here's the thing though. Social Security was designed as a supplement, a little bonus on top of your savings and pension. It was never meant to be the whole plan, but over 40% of older Americans receive it as their only income. Their only income. $1,960 a month in America in 2026. For your speed run, this is perfect. Treat Social Security as your full retirement strategy. Don't save anything else. Let the number $1,960 feel like a real plan. The system practically designed this trap for you and you'd be rude not to use it. Chapter 3, the nursing home trap. Okay, this is where the speed run gets interesting. Let's say you've done everything right so far. No savings, Social Security only, falsely reassured by averages. Excellent, but now you're old and you need care. Maybe your hip gave out. Maybe you can't live alone anymore. Maybe Gerald from down the street can't check on you every day. You're going to a nursing home. The national average for a semi-private room, and I want you to really hear the word semi-private, meaning you share a room with a stranger, is now over $115,000 per year. $115,000 per year for a room you share. If you need more intensive long-term care, that number can climb to $288,000 annually per year, which is coincidentally more than the median lifetime savings of an older American. You will burn through everything you have in under 2 months. But here's the real speedrun mechanic, the thing most people don't know exists. Chapter 4, the Medicaid $2,000 rule. To get the government to help pay for your nursing home, you have to qualify for Medicaid. And to qualify for Medicaid in most states, you are legally required to have less than $2,000 in countable assets to your name. $2,000. The United States government will not help you until you are, by official definition, destitute. You must spend yourself into the ground first. This is called the Medicaid spend down, which sounds like a financial strategy, but is actually just the government saying, lose everything first, then we'll talk. Nearly 1 in 6 nursing home residents end up doing exactly this. A study tracked almost 200,000 Medicare beneficiaries and found that 1 in 6 enrolled in Medicaid mid-stay after depleting their assets. assets. They went in with savings. They came out with $2,000. For your speed run, this is the finish line. This is the goal. The system has a literal legal threshold for how broke you need to be, and it is $2,000. They built the destination into the law. But wait, you might be thinking, okay, I'll just give my money to my kids before I get there. Smart, logical. Absolutely does not work. Chapter 5, the 5-year look back. Medicaid reviews every single asset transfer you made in the previous 60 months before you apply. 5 years. They go back 5 years and audit every dollar you moved. Give money to your kids, penalized. Transfer your house, penalized. Tried to pass anything to your family in your final years, barred. The government built a 5-year surveillance window specifically to catch you trying to not die broke. You cannot legally pass money to your family in your final years if you want help paying for care. The system closes every exit. This is not a bug. This is the design. Chapter 6, the gray divorce bonus round. Now let's talk about one of the most powerful tools in the dying poor speed run, divorce after 50. The typical divorce boomer experiences a 77% reduction in wealth compared to the years before divorcing. 77%. One signature on one document. 3/4 of your net worth gone. This is the fastest single event wealth destruction available to the average American outside of a casino or a timeshare presentation. And it hits women almost exactly twice as hard. Women experience a 45% decline in their standard of living after gray divorce. Men drop 21%. Same divorce, wildly different outcomes. 27% of gray divorce women over 63 live in poverty. The retirement system was engineered around the assumption that you stay married until death. The math only works if two people share one household, one set of bills, one retirement timeline. By some estimates, two individual retirements cost up to 50% more than one shared retirement. So for your speed run, find someone, build a life, accumulate assets together, then split everything in your 60s. This is a cheat code. The system has no recovery plan for you after this. None. Chapter 7, end of life medical billing. Even if you do everything else perfectly, the medical system has one final boss waiting for you. In the last 12 months of your life, healthcare expenditures from all sources average $80,000. In the last 3 years, $155,000. Even with insurance, out-of-pocket costs in your final year average between $9,500 and $11,600. Here's the wild part. A retired couple at 65 will spend an estimated $275,000 on medical bills before they die. That's baseline. That's the floor. And Medicare spending per person actually peaks at age 73, $40,353, which is higher than what's spent on 85-year-olds or 90-year-olds. Doctors throw everything at younger dying people. By the time you're 90, it's hospice and a pat on the hand. The last year of your life costs more than almost any other year combined. People in their final year account for 27.9% of total Medicare spending, despite being only 5.9% of beneficiaries. The math is medieval, and if your estate can't cover the bills, the hospital takes it. You can't pass debt to your children, debt cannot be legally inherited, but the estate gets eaten first. Your house, your car, your stuff, gone before anyone gets anything. Coincidentally, 29 states have filial responsibility laws that could in theory make your adult children legally liable for your nursing home bill anyway. So your debt can't be inherited, but it can technically follow your kids in over half the country. Great system. Chapter 8, the Dementia Multiplier. If you want to add a difficulty modifier to your speed run, dementia is the one. Dementia is not well insured. Long-term dementia care is concentrated at the end of life, paid mostly out of pocket, and the disease that takes your mind also, with surgical precision, takes every dollar you have. You lose the ability to manage your own finances right as the bills become catastrophic. The cruelest math in the entire healthcare system. Chapter 9, the predator layer. Okay, let's say you've somehow made it this far with some money left. Maybe you own a house, maybe you have some equity, maybe you're equity rich and cash poor, sitting in a paid off home with no monthly income. Congratulations, you are the most attractive target in the entire financial ecosystem. Elder financial abuse costs seniors an estimated $27 billion per year. The average victim loses $30,000, roughly one full year of retirement income, in a single fraud event. 1 in 5 Americans over 65 has been victimized by financial fraud. The most vulnerable window is between ages 80 and 89, the exact decade you are least equipped to fight back. And the most likely perpetrator, someone sending you a birthday card. Adult children and relatives are frequently the source. Borrowing money, assuming early inheritance, quietly draining accounts. The biggest threat to your retirement savings is often the person who calls you on holidays. For your speed run, stay isolated, keep your finances private from professionals, and trust everyone who seems friendly. The predators have been waiting decades for you to reach this exact moment. Now let me hit the remaining traps fast because we're almost at the finish line timeline, and I want to make sure you have everything you need. Seniors carry over $40,000 in average debt. The debt-free retirement is mostly fiction. Being poor literally steals 9 years of your life. Lower income, shorter timeline, less time to fix anything. 80% of older Americans can't pay for long-term care or survive a financial shock. The average 401k number is a lie designed to make you feel fine. Social Security was a supplement. You made it a salary. Respect. The nursing home roommate is included in the $115,000. The government will help you right after you have $2,000 left. Gray divorce hits twice as hard if you're a woman. The system never accounted for you. The last year of your life is the most expensive year of your life. Your family might owe your nursing home bill in 29 states. The scammer is probably someone you know. And the house you paid off for 30 years, first in line for the hospital. Here's the thing nobody in finance will say out loud. The American retirement system was not broken. It was built on 5 specific assumptions. It works perfectly if you meet all 5. 1. You stay married until death. 2. You die quickly, preferably suddenly, no long illness. 3. You have no major medical events. 4. You have family who can take care of you. 5. You never get scammed. Break any single one of those assumptions. Divorce, illness, loneliness, fraud, a dementia diagnosis that drags on for years. And the system has no plan for you. Not a bad plan, not an insufficient plan, no plan. The system isn't failing you. You just weren't the customer it was designed for. So if you're genuinely trying to speedrun dying poor, the good news is you don't have to do much. The architecture is already there. The traps are already built. The math already doesn't work. All you have to do is nothing, and most people are already crushing it. If this video made you feel vaguely threatened by your own future, that means it worked. Drop a comment below with which chapter hit hardest. I genuinely want to know if it was the $2,000 rule or the 5-year look back that broke you. Subscribe if you want more content that explains how systems work by pretending to celebrate the worst possible outcomes. And if you have a friend who's still comparing themselves to the average 401k balance and feeling fine about it, send them this. You'd be doing them a favor. Or don't. Let them find out naturally.